Hey, this is Chris, but my friends call me Stones. Thanks for checking out my channel, and thanks for rolling with me in this latest video. You're hanging out with me, you're seeing what I'm doing, and you're taking time to allow me to share with you what I found today. Today is Tuesday. It was after the holiday weekend, Halloween holiday weekend that is, and it's officially over, at least for me. The yard sale and garage sale season is officially over for me. I stop looking after Halloween. Once Halloween comes around, the end of the month, I don't officially go out looking for yard sales and garage sales anymore because they're not out there. Now, if I see a sign for one, if some strange person, and it happens every year, decides to try to do a garage sale in the middle of the winter, of course I'll go. But I don't deliberately or purposely go out looking for them because they're done. Matter of fact, this weekend I went out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and I didn't find anything at all. I found a few yard sales, but not much, and I didn't buy anything at all. So I'm coming out of the weekend feeling kind of low, kind of anxious because I didn't find anything, and now I know it's officially over, and I have to flip over to getting everything from thrift stores and estate sales and an Amazon return store that I frequent. And today, that's where I went. I went to 3 thrift stores and our Amazon return store. And I've made videos about this before, but I want to show you what I got because it kind of made up for the bad weekend. I found some great stuff. So the 3 thrift stores that I normally go to on Tuesday, one of them is a Goodwill. I did not find anything at that Goodwill. Excuse me, 4 thrift stores. 2 of them are Goodwills, 2 of them are independent thrift stores. I went to the 2 Goodwills, did not find anything at all. But this other independent chain, they're a Christian-based thrift store, I came home with some good stuff. So first of all, I picked up this jersey. This is a soccer jersey. This is from Israel. It says Israel on the back. And this is from Puma. And when I did research on this jersey, and I guess they're correctly called kits, and soccer jerseys are called kits. This particular one, I saw a sold listing, and it was size medium for $100 plus shipping. Some of these jerseys can go for a lot of money because there's big fans of these teams, and if that team did well that year, and this is the jersey that they were wearing, the jerseys end up doing really well as well. So this jersey I found on eBay for $100 plus shipping, and I paid $3.50 for this. Then at that same thrift store, I bought all these Rugrats VHS for 50 cents a piece. All their VHS are only 50 cents a piece, but if you go on Monday, which they call Media Monday or Library Monday, everything's half off, so a quarter a piece. But I paid 50 cents for these 7 copies of Rugrats on VHS. These do really well. I just sold a collection of Rugrats VHS for 7 VHS for $35. So basically $5 a piece. And that's $35 free shipping, but it's media mail, so it's cheap. Now the last ones that I sold for $35 free shipping, they were in terrible condition. The boxes were torn up, they were in shreds, they were horrible condition. These are in pristine condition, almost brand new. So I bumped up the price. I already listed these, and I had two other Rugrats that I got previously that I was holding until I got more. And I have 9 videos listed for $55 free shipping. So I bumped it up to $6 a copy. And those should sell pretty quick. Then at the other location of the same thrift store, there's 2 of them that I go to. I found this beanie, this Ultimate Rush Couture. It caught my eye. I had never seen this before, but it really caught my eye, and it's got a pretty cool design on the back as well. So I guess this is an offshoot of Affliction, and it's actually called Ultimate Extreme Rush Couture. And I guess the designer, his last name's Rush. So I paid $1.50 for this beanie. It looks brand new. It doesn't even look like anybody wore it, and it seems like the Rush Couture stuff sells better than the Affliction stuff, and it's rarer. So if you look up Rush Couture right now on eBay, there's only like 6 things listed, and there's like 20 things that have sold. So the sell-through rate on these are pretty good. With this being in brand new condition, maybe I'm going to list it for like $25 and see what it does. And then I picked up this cable. This is a PlayStation cable. These work for PlayStation 2, 3, and 4. I don't know about 5 since I don't have a PlayStation 5. Never had a PlayStation 5. But whenever I find these, I pick them up because I'm always needing them. And they only charge $1 for all their cables. So that only cost me $1. Then I went to my Amazon return store, and I like going there on Tuesdays because I think it's the sweet spot. So I've explained it before. The way it works is they get pallets of merchandise that were originally from Amazon. And a lot of times it's because the accounts got shut down. The merchants that were selling these items abandoned their accounts. Whatever. But it's not really returns. It's merchandise that's been written off because the merchant was no longer selling, and they didn't want to pay the fees to get their items back. That's what it is most of the time. So the way it works is every Friday they restock the store with all these pallets of goods, and they just fill up these bins with anything and everything you can think of. It just really depends on the pallets that this store purchased from Amazon or the broker where they get these pallets. And it could be anything from home goods, pet supplies, seasonal, a lot of Halloween costumes now. It can be expired food, health and beauty, toys, electronics, although you don't see too many electronics there because that stuff's more expensive. But you pay a certain price each day, and the price drops every day until they restock the store again on Friday, where the price jumps back up. So this store starts $8 on Friday. I believe it's $6 on Saturday, $4 on Sundays, $3 on Mondays, $2 on Tuesdays, which is the day that I like to go, $1 on Wednesdays, and then a quarter on Thursdays. But you're left but nothing but really junk and stuff you'd find like at the Dollar Tree or something like that on Thursdays. So to me, the sweet spot is Tuesdays. I'm not paying a whole lot, but there's still some good stuff left if you know what you're doing. And I really came out with a lot of good stuff today. So the first thing I bought was this board game, Truck Off, brand new sealed, $2. There haven't been any sold on eBay, but everybody has these listed pretty high. I listed mine at $25 free shipping, and I'm going to be the cheapest one. So maybe Christmas time, that'll be an appealing price to someone. It'll make a good Christmas gift. Then what I found, and this is probably the gold mine, is these Paw Patrol figures. Now, they didn't come in this box. I had to dig these out of the bins, and most of these came out of the same bin. And it's the same Paw Patrol. It's this Cowboy Zuma, and it's from 2015. Now, let's talk about why everybody else passed on these. Now, remember, this store restocks on Fridays. So these sat in these bins Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and part of today. I got there around 9:30 or so. And there was a lot of these. There was probably a lot more. And it was one of those things that I still feel like I'm taking a chance, but I don't think so. I think this is going to be one of those items that once the eBay's algorithm kicks in, they're going to sell and sell and sell. So I expect that to happen, especially with Christmas. So most people this is probably what had happened. They saw Paw Patrol, and there's always Paw Patrol stuff. There is not a lack of Paw Patrol merchandise, right? It's kind of, right now, it's oversaturated in the market because Paw Patrol is really popular, and there's Paw Patrol everything. And this happens with pretty much any license. The thing is, these aren't new Paw Patrol. These are from 2015. Now, whoever the merchandise person was behind this, the seller who had all these, I don't know. But as a license continues on, yeah, there's stuff out there like crazy, but the older stuff, the OG stuff, is going to be harder to find. So to find an original Paw Patrol this old, 7 years old, that's still in the package is pretty rare. And the reason being is, 7 years ago, anyone that was buying these was buying it for their kid, and their kid was tearing them open and playing with them, and losing them or breaking them or throwing them away, right? So there's very few of them that kind of survived. And so the fact that there's this many of this particular character, which by the way, this is one of the rarer characters. This isn't one of the main characters. It's pretty rare. And so if you look this up on eBay right now, when I looked this up, no one had a new one for sale. There was many used ones that sold, and everybody was listing them as hard to find, rare, that type of thing. The character is pretty rare. He's not one of the main characters. And to be honest, out of all the times that I've pulled Paw Patrol out of the bins at the Goodwill outlet, because I sell them loose, they sell pretty good, I've seen hundreds of these loose, and I've never seen this character before. This is the first time I've seen this character, so he must be a pretty rare character. But these, there is no evidence of one of these selling brand new on eBay. So that tells you how rare this is. And it goes to that saying that I use all the time, ignorance creates value. So when these were released, no one was buying them to collect them, not in the real sense of collecting. They were buying them to give to their kid because their kid liked the show. And probably because this wasn't a main character, the kid didn't want this one. He wanted the other main characters. So that being said, I'm listing these right now for $24.95 or $24.54 free shipping. And I was actually going to list them for $29.54 and experiment with the pricing. But I think someone also beat me to the punch, because when I looked them up at the Goodwill, or not the Goodwill, the Amazon outlet, the Amazon return store, there was none listed. And then I came home, ate lunch, did some other things, and now someone has them listed for, depending on the shipping, because they're charging shipping, at least if I bought one, it would be about $30 or $25. So I have mine listed for $24.54 free shipping, and depending on how far that person is from me and how far they are from someone else may end up paying even more for shipping. So hopefully they'll come to my listing first. Now I think my listing is a little bit better because I was a little bit more descriptive. I put rare, hard to find in my description. I also put the year. I also put that this was a chocolate lab, so any chocolate lab fans may want one, whatever. I have 23 total. So $2 a piece, so that's $46 plus tax, so about $50 or more I spent on these. I'll get my money back on 2 of them, technically 3, with all the fees. And then lastly, I found 2 of these hoodies. Now, the first thing that I saw, because keep in mind, all this stuff is piled into bins, and you have to dig through the bins to see everything, to find everything. And the first thing that I saw was this tag. And I was like, oh, that's Grateful Dead tag. That might be good. Because Grateful Dead stuff does well, even if it's new stuff. And then I saw this. Now, this is what this looks like if I were to spread it out. But this is an official Grateful Dead hoodie of the Dancing Bear. And it's a really great size, too. It's an adult 2X, pretty much. It says plus, but it's 2X. And when you look these up on eBay, this company, now some people probably pass these up. 1, because they probably just thought it was a hoodie. 2, they probably thought it was a costume, which technically you could wear it as a costume. But that's not what this company produces. This company produces high-end licensed merchandise. Like they have a Joker hoodie that looks really, really, really cool, and I wouldn't mind having it. But the prices on these have been all over the place on all the solds. But the larger sizes, the adult sizes, have sold for as much as $65 in used condition. And currently, there are none listed on eBay right now. None. There's a couple of kid sizes, youth sizes, but there are no adult sizes. So, and this color seems to be rare. There's a blue one, and there's an orange one, and a green one. But I didn't find any listings for this pink one. And again, when you do the research, they sell for upwards of $65 for a one in used condition, and there are no adult sizes right now. So I've got mine listed for $90 free shipping, and I found 2 of them. I actually found 3, but one of them had a little bit of a stain on the pocket, and probably from being in the bins and something spilled or something and got on it. So I wish I found like a dozen of these as well, but I didn't. But two of them, 80 bucks a piece. I think my total, I spent a total of like $55 for everything. So one of these hoodies is going to pay for everything. So there you go. A day at the thrift, a day at the Amazon return store, and some great finds. One listing on these. Now, here's a trick I forgot to mention on these. They're all kind of, they're bent up a little bit. So what I do is I list the one kind of in the worst condition, and then I kind of say, new in package, but in various conditions. None of them are in mint, and that's how I do it. So, because if you were basing it on the condition of it, you'd have to list every one separately, because each one is different. Each one has a little bit, different bend to them, a little bit different damage. But most people, again, if you list one that's in somewhat damaged condition, and then they receive this instead, they're going to be happy. And that's the way I do it. So there you go. One listing, 23 quantity. Actually, I don't have all 23 listed. I'm messing with the price. It looks like the person who also has these on eBay only has 9 of them. So I'm going to wait until they sell out to keep a track of theirs. And if they sell out before me, then I'm going to raise my price. So there you go. Thanks for checking this video out, and talk to you soon.